Hey everybody, it's Gus from Askewed Reviews, and I'm reviewing a film that's currently in theaters. The movie that I'm referring to is the 2025 film Drop, directed by Christopher Landon. Now, technically, Drop is considered a horror film, but it's much more of a thriller. So let me tell you about the concept for it. We have our main character of Violet, who unfortunately had a very abusive relationship with a man that luckily is over, and she still has her son. Now, she is very reluctant to get back out into the dating world, but is finally deciding to do so. So her sister comes over to watch her son for the evening, and this will be the first time that she's left her son alone since the actual incident involving her ex. She goes off to a fancy restaurant to have a date with a man named Henry. The restaurant looks amazing, the atmosphere is perfect, and Henry, who she has been corresponding through online messages, seems to be a really nice and attractive man. Now, of course, because this is a horror thriller, things are not just going to stay happy. Violet begins to get really creepy messages from someone that's in the restaurant. Now, to make matters even worse, they reveal that she should look at the video surveillance that she has at her home. When she does, she finds out that there's someone in her house that is going to try and hurt her family if she doesn't do what she's told. Through these drop messages, she finds out what her ultimate goal is, and that's taking out her date. Now, during this whole process, she herself is being surveilled, so if she does not follow the rules, either the people at home or the people in this restaurant will get hurt. Now, the movie does a great job of a who is doing this to her and how can she possibly stop this from happening. And there are a lot of very anxiety inducing moments, which is really good in a movie like this. Now, I will also say that I liked the characters in this film. The main characters were great and everything, but a lot of the side characters that you see were highly amusing, and sometimes you even went, oh god, I definitely have ran into someone like that. Now, as for what I didn't like about the movie, is there was way too many moments of there's no way this night would keep going on. There was just so many things that would happen that absolutely the date would have been ended or people would have left or just it would not have happened that way, and that kind of drove me a little crazy throughout it. In fact, at the end of this video, I'm going to do a little bit of spoiler talk as there's just something I need to mention. All in all, though, this is a fun kind of date night thriller horror film, so I do recommend checking it out for yourselves while it is in theaters. For me, on my scale, I'm going to give Drop a 3 out of 5. Now, as I mentioned, a bit of a spoiler warning, the next part I'm going to talk about will reveal some stuff, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, go ahead and stop now. Now, when it comes to this film, the thing that drove me crazy the most is it could have been ended so quickly. This movie was so drawn out technically. Now, here's the reason why I say that. So, obviously, as we find out, there are multiple reasons why Violet would end up being picked as the person who actually ends up killing her date. You know, because of her past history, because of her career, and all that other kind of stuff. So, what infuriates me is why not just stealthily take out the date and still have everything being blamed on her? They went above and beyond to have her involved in this, which was ridiculous because I'm sorry, if I'm dating someone and they're looking at their phone every 5 seconds, I'm either out of there right away or I'm going to peek. I'm going to take a look at what's going on. And then he would have discovered right away what she is trying to do. So I did still enjoy the movie, but there was just so many infuriating moments that made absolutely zero sense. And like I said, this movie could have been solved and done within 5 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. And if there's any other movies coming out to theaters that you think I should watch and do a review for, please mention them in the comments.